Great. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. So let's go ahead and get started with a comfortable yoga posture. All right. So when you come down to the floor to your seated posture, of course, I want you to be comfortable. So you can use a folded blanket, towel, pillow, anything like that. Make it as thick as you want. And you want to put that underneath your hips so that you can sit comfortably. If sitting cross-legged is not comfortable for you, then feel free to, you can stretch your leg out if you need to, or you can sit something like this. The most important thing is we just want you to sit with a nice straight back. All right, so let's go ahead and start in our seated posture. You can just rest the hands either in your lap or on your knees, whatever's comfortable for you. And just close your eyes. And let's begin by listening to all the sounds in the room, outside of the room, even the sound of your breath. And now withdraw your awareness from the sounds in the room and notice your posture. You're going to lengthen from the base of the spine, up the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. Good, and just relax any tension down through the forehead, relax around your eyes, relax through the nose and the cheeks, the corners of your mouth. Relax your jaw, and down through the neck and throat and the shoulders, all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And take a nice deep breath and relax through the upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center, and down through the abdomen, through the lower back, from the hips and the pelvis, all the way down the legs to your feet and toes. So you're just scanning through the body, letting go of tension. And now bring your awareness to your breath. And then count to yourself the length of your inhale. Count again the length of your exhale. Try to even out your breath. So if you inhale to the count of 10, you'll exhale to the count of 10. All right, with your next exhale, bring the chin forward, slowly hang your head down. And just draw your chest up towards your chin and feel that stretch of the back of your neck into your shoulders, and just hold. And then slowly roll your head to one side. So the face is forward, let your ear hang toward the shoulder and relax your jaw. And now around to the back. Let your head go back. And over to the other side. And bring your head back down to the front. And now go ahead and do a few circles. So you'll inhale as you roll your head to the back. And exhale as you roll your head back to the front and do about 3 circles to each side. I forgot to fix my mic, so I'm going to do that. There we go. And again, just nice slow circles. All right, when you're done with your neck rolls, go ahead and let your head hang down and just clasp the hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head. Add some weight to the stretch and just hold. And then bring your head back up. Put one hand on the head, the other one can just rest on your leg. And then gently, you can draw the ear toward the shoulder and hold. Good, and then over to the other side. All right, bring your head back to center. Eyes are open. You can turn your head gently from side to side, back and forth. And let your head come right back to center. All right, let's have the arms by the side. And remember, if your knees get sore or uncomfortable, you can always stretch your leg out, okay? Inhale, reach out and up and stretch, clasp your hands, reach towards the ceiling. Exhale to one side. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale and exhale. Good, and bring yourself back to center. Pull back slightly with those arms and stretch. And let your fingertips touch. Inhale, as you exhale, go ahead and reach out and down. Let's take the hands behind your back. So you're going to clasp your hands together. Gently roll those shoulders back and just hold. Good, and relax. Let's go ahead and reach forward. And we'll touch the fingertips to the shoulders, bring the elbows in and back and around. Nice big circle. And change direction. Good, and relax. Go ahead and let your arms come down. Stretch your legs out. I'm going to rock those feet in and out a couple of times. Good. All right, let's actually start on our backs today and loosen up the lower back before we do standing postures. So what we'll do, I'm just going to move forward just a little bit. I'm going to have you come down onto your backs. And if you want extra padding, you can, fold out your blanket or towel. Okay. And then when you come down onto your back, pull the knees in. And you can clasp your hands right across your legs. And just take a deep breath and relax. All the way down the spine. Try to let go of all that tension, just a gentle rocking from side to side. All right. Go ahead and place your right foot onto the mat. So the knee is bent, the foot is on the mat, and pull that left knee in. So you're clasping your hands across your knee. Make a big circle with your left foot. So you're going to rotate your foot. And change direction. Good. Clasp your hands behind that left leg. Extend that leg straight up. Push through the heel. So you straighten that leg and then point your toes. And then push through the heel. Point your toes. You're just flexing your foot. Push through the heel. Flex your toes. One more time. Heel. Point. Good. Let's bend that knee. Place the outside of your left ankle right across that right knee. And you can put your hand on your leg and kind of bounce the leg a little bit. Good. Just kind of loosen up that hip. All right. So from here, you're going to bend the knees and bring them in, and your left hand will go through the legs. You can hold on behind that right leg or across the shin, whatever feels best. And gently, you're just holding, gently pulling that leg in. If it feels good to rock just a little bit from side to side, you can. We are just warming up. So the hips are going to feel a little tight right now. That's okay. All right, let's try one more stretch here for the hips. You're going to take your left hand out, slide the left leg over the right one. Okay. Put one hand on either foot if you can reach the foot. If you can't reach the feet, just draw the knees in. Okay. And if you can reach the feet, you're pulling those feet towards you. And again, we're just warming up, so it might feel a little tight, but just hold for a moment. Take a nice, slow, deep breath here. Good. And relax. Go ahead and undo those legs. Let's place the feet on the mat for a moment. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So draw your right knee in, clasp your hands right across that knee, and make a big circle with your right foot. And change direction. Good. Clasp your hands behind that right leg, extend your leg straight up and push through the heel. And then flex your toes. We're going to do that several times. So the heel, toes, heel, toes. One more time. Good. Bend that right knee, place the outside of your ankle right across that left knee, and then just kind of bounce that right knee and hip away from you a little bit, just loosening it up. Okay, and then from here, let's draw the legs in. Your right hand goes through the legs. You're holding on to that left leg. Just gently stretch. Nice, slow, deep breath. And you can rock a little bit from side to side if that feels good on your lower back and your hip. All right, so from here, take your right hand out, slide that right leg over your left one. So you just crossed your legs. You're either holding onto the knees and pulling those legs in, or you've got one hand on each foot and you're gently pulling those legs in and hold. You're gonna really feel this through your buttocks. And breathe. Good, and relax. Go ahead and undo the legs. Let's place your feet on the mat nice and wide. So I have one foot on either edge of the mat, and let your right knee just drop down towards the left foot and just hold for a moment. And then let's switch. Let the left knee drop down towards your right foot. And just go back and forth. Good. Let your knees come back to center. Now put your feet hip distance apart. You can just let your arms rest by your sides and press your back into the mat. Press your feet down. Raise your hips up into a nice bridge pose and hold. Try to keep the big toes pressed into the mat. And inhale as you exhale, roll down slowly. And then go ahead and bring those knees up into your chest and relax. Good, let's do that again. This time we'll add a little shoulder stretch. So we're going to do the bridge pose, feet about hip distance, flat on the mat. And why don't you reach your arms beyond your head so the back of your hands are on the floor. So just stretching like this. Go ahead and press your feet into the mat, raise your hips up. You get a little more of a stretch on the neck and in the shoulders when you do this. Hold. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, roll down slowly. One vertebra at a time, all the way down. Good stretch. Go ahead and draw your knees in. You can clasp your hands across those legs and rock from side to side. Good. Let's do our spinal twist. You're going to open your arms out to your sides, have the palms face upward. Okay. And we're going to let the legs go to the left. So bring the legs all the way down to the left. Let the knees rest on the floor, but let your feet also rest on the floor. Now you want to turn your head and look out towards your right hand, and that should help draw that shoulder down. You can take your left hand and place it on the right knee if you like, and you can gently draw down and just hold. Focus on your breathing. Let go of all that tension all along your spine. All right, go ahead and bring your knees up to center, over to the other side. So the knees come to the right. For me, like my shoulder usually comes up a little tighter on this side. So turn your head, look out towards that left hand, try to bring your shoulder down. Don't worry about both knees coming down, just your shoulder is comfortable on the floor. And then you can start to gently draw down on that leg if that feels good for you, and breathe. Move slowly. Focus on your breathing. Just imagine each time you exhale, your body relaxes even more and starts to open up into that stretch. Good. And go ahead and bring your knees back to center. All right, we're going to actually go side to side with the legs. I want you to try to keep the knees together and tucked in towards the chest. Now, if this bothers your back, I want you to place your feet on the mat and just let your knees fall to the side. Okay. Otherwise, your knees are tucked in. You're going to go to the left. So inhale as you exhale, lower to the left about an inch from the floor and look out towards your right hand. And then inhale, bring your knees up. And exhale over to the right, about an inch from the floor. So you're not actually letting the knees touch the floor. Inhale as you come up. And exhale over, and you're turning the head to the opposite side. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more times, back and forth. It's a nice way to strengthen that stomach and lower back muscles. Gives you a good stretch. Good. Let's go ahead and come back to center. So draw the knees in, clasp your hands across those legs one more time, or just hold on to each knee and draw those legs in. And relax. You can rock a little bit from side to side. Good. All right, I'm going to bring you up to seated posture. You can either roll to your side and help yourself up, or you can hold on to the back of your legs, swing your feet, and just rock right up. Okay, so we're going to come over onto the hands and knees now. And we are going to do some downward dogs. So I'm actually going to take my socks off because they're a little slippery today. Goes over. All right. So if you want extra padding, you might want to fold your blanket so it's just underneath the knees, because you do want your hands on a surface that isn't going to slip on your mat. So knees are hip distance, toes and feet are relaxed, hands are under the shoulders, and you always want to spread your fingers nice and wide, middle finger pointing straight ahead, hands are right under the shoulders, okay? As you exhale, tuck your chin in, round your back, your shoulders, and stretch. Arch your back, look up and inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin in. Arch your back, look up and inhale. Good, and you're just moving at your own pace. Feel that stretch through your back, all along the spine, but also you're going to feel it through your stomach area. Good, next exhale, bring your hips right back to your heels or toward the heels, forehead to the mat, and reach out with your fingertips. Does not matter if the hips touch your heels, all right? Just get a nice stretch through that back and hold. All right, let's do a downward facing dog. You want your hands just a little bit wider than the shoulders, okay? Come up onto the hands and knees and then press up and gently back. I'm going to soften the knees a little bit. Keep lifting the hips towards the ceiling and pressing your chest back towards your thighs. I really like to add in a runner stretch here. So you're going to bend one knee, push the opposite heel down to your mat, and just alternate your legs. You're also building up some good arm strength here. So press those hands into the mat, lengthen through the spine. Good. Let the shoulders come forward and your knees touch down to the mat. Now you want to bring your shoulders forward over your hands. You're going to look in front of you a little bit. You're going to lower your chest right between your hands. So come on down onto the mat. And now peel up into your cobra. So you're just gently lifting the chest up and stretch. And then from here, you can go right back into a downward dog, or you can rest in half tortoise with the hips to your heels. So you've got two variations. Good. So inhale, bring the shoulders forward, knees touch down. Your chest is right between your hands, so lower down as you exhale. Inhale and peel up and press back into the downward dog. So it's a nice little sequence where you're using the breath, right, to follow the breath with your movements. Inhale as you bring your shoulders forward, knees down, chest down as you exhale. Heel up into your cobra, and then back to your downward dog. Good. So let's bring the shoulders forward. Let your knees touch down to the mat. I'm going to have you sit back towards that right heel and twist over to the left. Nice stretch through your lower back and just hold 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Let's come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to switch over. So sit back towards the left heel, reach over to the right and stretch. And 2. 3. And 4. Good. And come right back onto the hands and knees. I really like this hip stretch that we're going to do. It's called half pigeon. So I want you to slide that right knee all the way up between your fingertips. Okay. Take that right heel, turn it in so it's by your left hip bone. And then slide your left leg back just a little bit more. That'll increase the stretch. So you're going to look forward, inhale, and then as you exhale, come on down. You can either rest like this on your elbows, or you can come all the way down, forehead onto your forearms, and just relax for a moment. And if it feels good to rock your hips a little bit from side to side, feel free to add that in. All right, go ahead and bring the chest up. Hands firmly on the mat. Go into the ball of the back foot. Lift your hips and stretch back into that downward dog. Good. Bring the shoulders forward, knees touch down. Let's draw the left knee all the way up between the fingertips. Turn the heel in. Stretch your right leg back. Look forward as you inhale. And then exhale, come on down. And again, you can rest on those elbows or put your forehead down onto your mat and just relax. And if it feels good to rock a little bit from side, kind of rock the hips, you can add that in if you like. All right, go ahead and come on up, hands firmly on the mat. One more time, back into that downward dog, building some good strength in your arms and your shoulders. Nice stretch for your back. Stretch out those hamstrings and your calves. Good. Let the shoulders come forward, knees come down to the mat. Bring your hips all the way back to your heels or toward the heels, and just relax for a moment. All right, let's come up onto the hands and knees. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are hip distance apart. I'm going to have you take the back of your left hand, okay, put it on the mat, slide it through behind your right arm. We're going to do thread the needle. So you're sliding it through, come down onto that left shoulder, rest on the left side of your head. And then you're going to take your right arm and reach it around behind your back, and it can rest on your back. You might be able to touch that left thigh with your fingertips, and you look forward, or you can try to look up towards the ceiling to increase the stretch, and gently draw that right shoulder back and hold. Inhale as you exhale slowly and twist. Just bring yourself right back up onto your hands and knees. Let's do the other side. Back of that right hand on the mat, slide it through. Come on down onto your shoulder, rest on the side of your head, and then reach back with that left arm and stretch. And you can look straight ahead, or you can try to look up towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale as you exhale slowly and twist. Let's come right back up onto the hands and knees. Okay, so we're going to come back now, and I want you to curl your toes under and sit on your heels for a moment. Okay, so you're going to stretch out your feet, the arches of your feet. Good. And then we'll come on up to standing. So you can just move your blanket or towel off to the side, and then go ahead and come right up to standing. So I'm going to adjust the camera real quick. There we go. All right. Let's see if you can, oh, you still can't see me. Trying out a new setup in my room here, as you guys can see. So, and then I did try to cover the skylight, but I think I need a darker sheet next time. So we'll do that next time. You know what? I'll stand off to the side. All right. I'll fix that for next week. Okay, let's start with a little twisting. So I want you to start with your feet about hip distance, hands on the hips, knees are relaxed. Okay, let's start by leaning forward. Inhale as you roll around to the back and exhale back to the front. Inhale and exhale. Good, let's come back to center. We'll do the other side. And one more. Good, and right back to center. Inhale, as you exhale, go ahead and fold yourself right down into your front bend. Let your arms hang, let your head hang, and just sway from side to side, relaxing your back. Knees are soft. And then bend your knees, reach to the floor in front of you. Go ahead and come on down into your squat. Bring yourself down for a moment. Good. And back into that front bend. And back down to your squat. Good. Front bend. And then bring the chest up, hands to your hips. Inhale as you come on up. Support your back. So you're just putting the heel of the hand right under your rib cage. Stand up nice and tall. Inhale as you exhale, gently lean back. And then right back to center. Good. And then go ahead and we're going to bring the feet closer to each other. We're going to go ahead and do our vinyasa today. Let's see if I can bring this up a little bit more. Here we go. All right. So with our vinyasa, I want you to start with your feet together. Toes can touch or just be slightly apart and arms slightly out to the side. So you're starting in your mountain pose, nice and tall and strong. Good. Inhale, reach out and up. And stretch, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, lean to one side. Right into that half moon. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale as you're at center. Exhale, you're going to fold right down into your front bend. So we're just going to move from posture to posture, follow the breath. Hands on the legs. So I want you to look like this. You're going to stretch your back out. Inhale, exhale as you fold. And then now come all the way up. Inhale as you stretch. And then exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. Okay, so we're going to try that sequence again. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale as you fold. Hands on the front of the legs. Pull the chest forward, stretch out your back as you inhale. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Inhale. And exhale. Hands on the legs, inhale. And exhale. Reach and come on up. And then back to the heart. Good. Do that a few more times. Follow your breath. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale as you fold. Inhale and exhale. Reach and come on up. And back to the heart. See if you can practice being in the moment. We call that Nityananda in yoga. So if you find your mind wandering, gently bring it back to your breath. Back to the moment. Good. And just bring your hands right back to the heart. And just pause for a moment. Good. And relax. Go ahead and relax your arms, relax your legs. Fix my hair. Falling into my face. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try balancing, and we're going to do what's called the eagle twist. Okay. And feel free, if you're close to a wall, if you want to use the wall for balance, you absolutely can do that. Okay. I'm going to show you variations on it. It's kind of a fun one. Okay. So what we're going to do, I want you to see my feet here. So we're going to start with the hands on your hips, and I want you to kind of soften or bend your knees. So it looks like this. Okay. And your back is nice and straight, almost like you're touching a wall. Shift your weight. Let's start on the left leg. So switch your weight to your left leg, and I want you to bring your right leg out in front. Right now I've got my toe on the mat for balance. Bring your leg up and wrap it over your left leg. Okay. If you need your toe on the mat, something like this, if you need your toe on the mat for balance, that's okay. Okay. The full variation, you actually tuck the toes behind your calf, but you have to bend that left knee to do that. It's okay if you can't quite get there, and it is okay to touch a wall or to hold on to something for a moment to get yourself balanced. Try not to compensate by bending forward. I want you to almost like you're sitting on the edge of a stool and your back is nice and straight, and just hold. You got to find something to stare at. And take a breath and relax. All right. So I gave you a bunch of variations. Let's try the other side. You can bend both knees, shift your weight to your other leg, bring that left leg up, cross it over. You can balance like this. You can let the toe touch the mat, or you can try to tuck the toe behind the calf, the full variation. Find your point to stare at and relax with your breath. Good. And relax. Go ahead and undo the legs. All right. Kind of bend your knees a little bit. So let's add the arms in. Let's try a little bit more here. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your arms and reach up. And I want you to swing the left arm under the right. So it's just like this. Left arm goes underneath, one elbow inside of the other. You can go like this, back to back with the hands, or you can try to wrap them around so so the fingertips touch the palm. Okay, either way. Back to back or up now. Just going to bring the arms up a little bit. Bend both knees. Shift your weight to your left leg. Find something to stare at. And then when you feel like you've got some balance, you can cross that right leg over. And it's okay to have your toes touch the floor to help you through balance. Or you can bring that foot up off the floor, or you can try to tuck it behind. Focus on your breath. Good. Inhale as you exhale, untwist. All right. They're called wrapping the body up like that. It's called bandhams in yoga, and it's supposed to increase the flow of energy up the spine and all that good stuff. So if you get warm doing this, that's why. Moving that energy. All right, let's do the other side. Inhale, reach up. Your right arm comes underneath. Okay, right arm is under. Back to back with the hands, or wrap them around again. And bend both knees. Find your point to stare at. You're shifting the weight to your right leg. And then when you feel like you've got some balance, you can cross that left leg over and decide where you want to place your toes. Inhale as you exhale, slowly untwist, undo those arms. Let's put the hands on the hips and just fold right into your front bend. Let your arms hang, sway from side to side, and let go of all that tension through your lower back. Nice deep breath. All right, bend your knees, come on down to the floor. Let's see where we're at time-wise. Trying to look at my clock here. All right, let's come on down to the floor. And I'm going to bring you down to a seated posture. Go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of you. Rock your feet in and out a couple of times and stretch your legs. Good. All right. Before we settle down onto the floor, let's go ahead and do the cradle pose. So you're going to take your leg, you place the foot into your hand or up into your elbow, wrap the other arm around and just rock that hip gently from side to side. So one more stretch for the hip and lower back. And stop that rocking, pull the leg in and hold. And relax, go ahead and stretch it out. Let's do the other side. Wrap that elbow, that foot into your hand or elbow and just rock. Good, and then draw that leg in and hold for a moment. And relax and stretch it out. All right, let's come on down onto our backs again. We're going to start to wind down now. Go ahead and bring your knees in and relax onto your back. Walk a little bit side to side. Let's do one more spinal twist. Open the arms out to the sides, palms facing upward. You can either just keep your knees together and go to the left, or take that right leg, cross it over the left one. So right one crosses over the left one, and you're going to go to the left all the way to the floor. Turn your head, look out towards your right hand and stretch. And relax, stretch out that back. Good, let's do the other side. Slowly untwist. And if you're crossing the legs, your left leg crosses over your right one. Go ahead and lower the legs to the right. You'll see that you get much more of a stretch through your back when you cross your legs. Turn your head, look out towards that left hand and stretch. And then slowly relax into the twist. Good, and then slowly untwist and come back to center. One more time, draw the knees in and stretch. Good, and then go ahead and stretch your legs all the way down onto your mat. Arms rest by your sides. Just rock your feet in and out and let your feet just fall out to the sides. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. And just allow the floor to support your body. Relax from the top of the head, down through the forehead and around your eyes. Relax your jaw. Through the neck, the shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders. And relax the upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center. Relax your abdomen and lower back. And relax from the hips all the way down the legs to your feet and your toes. Inhale and exhale deeply. Relax your toes and feet, the lower legs, knees, and upper legs. Relax the hips and pelvis, your abdomen, your lower back. through the upper back, your chest and lungs. And relax the shoulders down to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders. Relax through the neck, the throat, the face, all the way through the top of your head. Now slowly bring your awareness back to your body, moving your fingers and your toes. When you feel ready, you can start to bring the knees back into your chest and relax your back. Good. Roll yourself to the side. Just rest on your side for a moment. And then bring yourself up into a comfortable seated posture. Go ahead and come back up. All right. And as you come to your seated posture, you can bring your hands to the heart for a moment. It's a nice way to close the class. I always like to think of an intention for the day. What kind of day would you like to have? How would you like to feel today? I usually add in, the affirmation, I'm so happy and grateful this is such an easy day, or so happy and grateful my day is just filled with fun. So pick an affirmation for yourself, set your intention, and you can even share that intention with someone. If there's someone in your life you'd like to share this good yoga energy with, you can. Good, and the eyes are open. Namaste. All right, if you are heading out for your day and you got work and meetings, I just want to wish you a really good day. And just remember your intention as you go through that day. If you want to stay and do a meditation, feel free to do that. Thank you as well. It's nice to all have you here. As a reminder, I do post all these recordings on, if you go to YouTube, go to Candice Rose Yoga on YouTube, and you'll find all these videos. All right. And if you want to stay and do a meditation, feel free to hang out for a moment. Get comfortable in your seated posture. I usually have to fold my blanket pretty thick to sit on the floor. And you want to be warm, well, comfortable. You don't want to be cold. So get comfortable. All right. So coming to our comfortable seated posture for meditation, we'll do the counting today. We're going to use the Matrika Pranayama. We'll use the hand to count. So as a reminder, you can do either hand. Thumb and first finger touch, that's 1. When you bring the thumb to the first knuckle, that's 2. The next knuckle is 3. And then where the finger and hand come together is 4. Next finger is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you can use the hand to help you count breaths. 16 breaths usually takes about 5 minutes. And so if you're doing a 15-minute meditation, that 5 minutes of breathing pranayama can help you to quiet the mind, to bring yourself into a quiet state. Okay. And as your mind wanders and gets busy, you can always bring it back to the counting. You could do another round if you want to. It's just a tool, it's just a technique. And then over time, as you continue to practice your yoga, you'll find that it gets easier and easier to just kind of get into that relaxed, comfortable space. Okay. If it also helps you to count, you can even count the length of the inhale and exhale as you go through the numbers. So it's up to you. So just close your eyes. And when you're ready, you can focus on the breath. Thumb and first finger to come together. And that's one full exhale and inhale, or inhale and exhale, whatever you prefer. One full breath. And then you move the finger to the next knuckle for the next breath.